Hey, welcome to the continued series on how to find your passion coming out tarot. What I'm interested in chatting with you about today is what it means to work for free. Now, well, I shouldn't say we all, a lot of us go to work for a paycheck, but there are things that we will do just for the sake of doing them. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that. I want to tell you more about an instance that I'm aware of, or I've seen somebody working for free, and it's actually about my dad. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how some of that changed for him, how his life changed a little bit, and how he tried to get some of that back. So hopefully you'll recognize in his story some of what you may be doing. And then we'll talk about how tarot can help you move back onto that road to living your passion, or at least being more aware of it. So my dad started out living his passion. His passion was being outside in the woods and just being a part of nature. He was always out there when we were growing up. I grew up in Oregon, so there were woods everywhere. In fact, our backyard was just forest. And his job was to work with the Oregon State Forestry. So not only did he love to be in the woods, his job was literally to be in the woods. And then he started to get older, and his children got older, and I think because life got in the way, which tends to be one of the biggest challenges I hear about when people are struggling to pursue their passion, he made some choices that changed the way his life interacted and intersected with his passion. So he took this new job where he started supervising others who did what his job was. He used to go out to the woods, and I don't know exactly what he did, but I remember being in the truck with him and going out there in the woods and just being a part of nature. We didn't really talk about that much that he did. We just spent time together, and I just saw the love of being out there in him then. So he took this job supervising the people that, to me, as probably a 5 or 6 year old, was just riding around a truck all day and then walking around in the woods and being near streams. And then eventually, after that, he took another job policing those people who were in the woods, interacting with the people who were doing the job that he used to do. So as his responsibilities increased, his opportunities to be out in the woods, in that place of passion for him, was taken away. He had to be in more meetings, he had to be in more courtrooms, he had to be in more governmental offices. It just kind of spiraled into not being outside anymore. And so he found that passion in other ways. He is an avid hunter, so he would go hunting with friends, with family. He would also just kind of go out in the woods himself, and he found time out in the woods being a scoutmaster with our Boy Scout troop. And then next thing you know, you're getting close to retirement, and all of that time where you thought you were going to be spending your days outside have turned into your days in an office. So his passion was slipping away from him, and he had to find the cracks where he could get that passion to be a part of his life. And I know that some of these choices were realistic and purposeful, but I also think that these choices were made out of a sense of responsibility rather than self-preservation or coming from this holistic place of who he was and where he was meant to be. And for me, that's a bit challenging. I really want my passion and my life to intersect. And I think I found a way to do that. So let's talk a little bit more about if you're working and if you would be working for free. Now, I want you to just pause for a second. Just stay with me, but think, are you working for free today? You can be working for a paycheck and still work for free, right? You can be working in a job that you love, that is fulfilling your passion, and know, I would do this without even getting a paycheck. So either way, are you doing what you would want to be doing, whether you would get paid or not? Are you working for free? Now, go check out the rest of this blog post, because what I'd love to do is hear if you are. I want to keep track of the people who say that they are and aren't. So I just kind of want to get a percentage of how many people feel like they are, so that I can help move you into that space of feeling like you're working for free. So there's a link in the post. Go click on that link, And all you got to do is drop in your email and say yes or no, I'm working for free. And it will just cost you your email. What you'll get back from me though is you'll get back a workbook that'll help you start working through some steps that I've put together to help you find your passion. And then if that's not enough, then you can find some time to work with me to find your passion. And I'm going to tell you how to do that probably at the beginning of April 2017. So stay tuned. Now, I also think that I want to make sure that you're not sacrificing yourself in order for yourself to feel like you're working for free. And I think that you can do that by just carving out 30 minutes a day. So if you know that the job that you're doing today is not letting you live your passion, whatever that may be, find 30 minutes. And this is up to you. You have to schedule it, and you have to say to other people, I need this 30 minutes so that I can do something that is just for me, that is living my passion. And then you go somewhere else, go in the basement, go into a back room, go into your bedroom, go outside, wherever it is that you can focus on your passion and yourself for 30 minutes. And 30 minutes out of 24 hours, that's not only is that gold time for some people who just feel like they don't have enough time, but it's just 30 minutes. And then if you need more, after you've experienced this 30 minutes on a regular basis, and the people around you start to understand what it's like for you to need that 30 minutes, they'll start to shift with you. So suddenly that 30 minutes becomes something that's like, oh, it's time for, it's time for 30 minutes. It's time for his 30 minutes. He's in the basement again doing his thing. Just leave him alone. He'll be back up in 30 minutes. And then if you need to expand that time, you can, because you're going to be shifting the culture of people around you so that that 30 minutes becomes prioritized for you. It allows you to have 30 minutes of being in the zone, focused, probably starving and thirsty unless you brought your water and a snack with you, so that you'll have to get up at the end of 30 minutes and go interact with the living again, right? So just go take 30 minutes for yourself. And if you get a taste for living your passion, that's pretty freaking amazing. And by the way, those people who are probably going to say that this is ridiculous and you shouldn't be doing it, or you don't have time to do that, or how could you possibly even want to do that? There's so many other people doing that thing. It's already been done. All of those people are a waste of your time. You do what you got to do for 30 minutes and you figure out if it makes you happy. And if it does, keep doing it because it's your 30 minutes. Who cares what they have to say? Let those naysayers go. The coolest thing I think about working for free is that it gives you the energy to keep going. And especially for those of us that have so much to do, we possibly can't fit it all into one day. I was just telling a friend of mine the other day, yes, there are enough hours in the day. As much as I want to disbelieve that, there's enough hours. It's just all about how we prioritize our time. And I think that's really hard for some people to deal with. If you need to focus and schedule your time, you can't say there's not enough time to do it. There's always enough time. It's all about what you want to prioritize. And I don't sugarcoat that shit. I think it's important to know that it's up to you and how you schedule your time. Because if you schedule it, no one can take it away from you unless you choose to release that time to them, in which case you're giving them the power to do whatever it is they need to do instead of holding it for yourself. So that 30 minutes is yours, and you should take it, keep it, hold on to it. Now, if you want to be living your in the woods passion, take inventory of those things that you would do for free. Sit down and go through that workbook. So go put in your email and say yes or no, I'm not living my passion, so that you can get that workbook. Once you get the workbook, you can start to annotate and take note of those things that you have interests in and those skills that you have. And there's exercises in there. It's not just a fill in the blank thing. It's something that you have to sit with and spend some time with to figure out what those true interests are, what those real skills are that you have, that you bring to the table, meld with your aspirations of what you'd love to do, like this working for free thing, put all that together, and suddenly you find out what your real passion is. And as you're working on that 30 minutes, and as you're working through this workbook, you should start telling people that you're doing it. So besides the family around you, at the risk of knowing that there may be naysayers, And don't worry about the risk. If you're worried about confidence, I've got a challenge coming up for you too that I expect to start in April, where you can build your confidence to be prepared to actually focus on living your passion. So that's coming too. Stay tight. If you join my mailing list, and you can do that either by using the box on the side of the blog post, or just click on that button to get the free workbook. It'll get you into my list. You'll stay in contact with me that way, and then you'll know when this challenge starts, and you'll know when this passion journey starts, so that you can delve deeper into your passion. Now, tarot can help you get all the way through all of these changing relationships. So as you start to change your life and start living your passion with confidence, getting to that place of fulfillment and more energy, because you're ready to get to it and you want to get to it, you get through all the stuff you have to do, and so you can get to that exciting thing you want to do. Tarot can help you manage those relationships. So there's a way for you to work with tarot if you have your own deck, or you can work with me if you're interested, where we can examine the relationships and how they're changing all around you, whether they be peer, boss, partner, husband, wife, family, children, whoever it is that's around you that you have a relationship with, that is starting to see the change in you, and the relationship they notice or even you notice is starting to shift in a way, and you're trying to decide, do I need to keep this relationship, or I have to keep this relationship? What's the best way to manage it? You can work with me or with your own tarot deck if you had one to work through those relationships. So there is a great way for tarot to help you understand how to manage your relationships as you start to focus on and participate in those passion things that you would work for free on. So let me know. Drop me a line, use that button at the bottom of this post or the middle of the post, or wherever you find the button, click on it. Let me know, are you working for free or not? Just drop your email address in there. We'll stay connected, and then I'll be able to help you live your life of passion and find that sense of fulfillment, get more energy, stop self-sabotaging yourself, and get more confidence to do it. So thanks everybody.